In this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about the most important process, which is the self-improvement process. This is the discovery of thyself. It's the continuation of consciousness. It's the evolution of who you're ultimately destined to become. And once you step into this ascension, when you level up in life, whether that's finances, business, relationships, mindset, abundance, personal growth, overcoming your past trauma, situations, circumstances. When you do that and you level up, there is no greater feeling, and it truly is The Alchemist. It is very similar to the book The Alchemist. It is the quest of conquering yourself. So this is what I believe is the most important process in life, right? Our task on why we're placed on this earth. And I just want to start off with explaining the first core principle of how to begin this process of self-discovery. And here's what it is. So we are humans in infinite realms of possibilities, right? We are physical matter that is composed of trillions and billions of particles and atoms and chemical elements that make up this concoction of me, of Emmett, of you, the viewer, whoever you are, and then your parents and your history, your ancestors. So we are this unique speck of dust, on this never-ending playing field of life. And when you get that, you realize that your problems are very small, yet they are present. And when you realize, when you zoom out and you gain a greater sense of awareness of it's not just you on this earth, it's not just your problems, right? The subconscious speaking of doubt, of fear, of what if I fail? What if these peers laugh at me? It's not yours to carry with you. And so step number one is to really begin to realize that you should just try, that you should just put a conscious, deliberate effort towards trying and failing and posting content, reading a book outside of the genre that you're typically fixated on, trying a new class that you're, an elective course that you never really kind of indulge in. Try going up to the girl that you think is cute at the bar, even though you don't ever cold approach girls or women. It's this act of trying new things. It's this act of trying to meditate. Because if you genuinely think that someone is born with the ability to be an incredible meditator, you're mistaken. Things happen through practice. You're not going to get to where you want to be through luck, through just this mythical miracle. That's not how it works. The miracles happen. The luck begins to fall into your lap when you give it, right? You step up to the batter's box, you take more swings, and then you miss. You whiff really hard. Strike three, you're out. Okay? And you're 0 for 5, you're in a slump. And then the 6th at-bat, you get a single. The 2nd at-bat, you get a double. And then you work off of that, you get a triple. And then, now you're hitting out of the park, and you know how to hit a home run ball. You just got to put the bat on the barrel on the ball and send it out of the park. But none of that happens without practice. None of that happens without taking a real stab at what it is you want to accomplish. So people get confused. Oh, I don't know how to get there, right? They see Tony Robbins, they see Hormozi, they see all these great public figures that have all these riches, all this fame, all of these accumulations of things and material and non-physical things that we all desire, right? Who are ambitious, right? Yeah, obviously speaking of people who are ambitious. And it's like, if you think that happened overnight, you are in for a treat, first of all, and two, you're wildly mistaken. So once you reframe the thinking of it's going to take me realistically 5, 10, 15, how many ever years to build this foundation and this empire of wealth, of abundance, right? My new generation, the family that I'm going to birth, right? It's the groundwork for what you're stepping into on this walk of life, of self-discovery, of accomplishing your life's purpose, of conquering the self. And so your job is to take things slow and to keep trying. It's to have persistence. It's to never give up. And when you do all of these things, luck just becomes a part of the equation. It's not some anomaly. It becomes this thing of where it's regularly introduced into your regimen, is because you're trying so frequent. You're looking at the patterns. You're looking what works, what doesn't. You're getting feedback from whatever it is that you're doing. You're adjusting, okay? And then you crack the formula. You get the perfect stance, this perfect swing. You know how to put the ball on the barrel and hit it out of the park. And then now you're hitting homers. Now you're selling companies. Now you're raising capital. Now you're, launching ventures and startups that are, it's just a game, really. And you get better at any game by practicing. So the key takeaway that I think you guys should take from this video is that if you really want to embark, and this isn't for everyone, right? There's a reason it's called the top 1%. There's a reason that so few do this self-reflection, deep reflection journey, not just for a week, not just for a couple of days, but for a continuous, long period of time. It becomes a lifestyle. And so if you're one of these people, if you are exceptional, if you are the exception, realize that it's going to be hard, but you're going to be doing something that no one, and I don't want to say no one because that's obviously, there's a subgroup in which do it, but you're going to be acting, you're going to be thinking, you're going to have to move like an organism that is different from the rest. You have to want it. You have to desire it. You have to, have this willpower of visioning yourself getting there practically more than anything else on this earth, right? More than your peers, more than your loved ones, because everyone has an opinion. An opinion is cheap. It's for free. But you shouldn't be listening to the others who are telling you what to do with your life when it's completely, entirely different from this trajectory in which you want to skyrocket your future. So a lot was just said there, but realize it's over the long term. And as James Clear says from Atomic Habits, great book, it's habit after habit after habit that will add up in the long run and get you to your destination of where you deserve to be. Okay, guys, don't stop growing, don't stop learning, and just 1% better each day. Try and learn something new. Push yourself, okay? Do something hard and stick at it and keep swinging the bat. You're going to hit it on the barrel and send one out of the park. So I hope that helps.